What is up? Welcome into the Early Edge powered by SportsLine. I'm your host, Alan Bell, and we have one hell of a show lined up for you this Saturday. And I'll tell you what, we're not going to waste any time. Let's bring in the stars of the show and get this thing fired up. My boys, Micah Roberts, how we doing today, buddy?
We're doing excellent. Thank you for running the show. And I'm sorry you missed out on the sandwiches yesterday. Great sandwiches, cranberry over the mayonnaise with some stuffing, turkey, a little bit of gravy. Oh, my God. It's almost better than the meal.
Dude, now we're talking, man. Jay Smooth, the machine. What's up, man?
Good morning, Alan. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. It's a great weekend. We've had great college basketball. Just enjoying it. Gonna, keep trying to crank it out. I think 25-8 over my last 33 on SportsLine. So just gonna keep on chugging and see what the machine's got,
M Squared, how do we feel about the machine and his record up there?
I love the machine in his record here. I just hope the machine keeps running. Make sure that power cord doesn't get tripped over. We don't want to unplug that thing or anything. So let's keep it going today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's do it. So let's take a look real quick at how we did yesterday. As Coach says, up and down day. The Ice Queen, she continues to drill it. Now, we got the bad Ohio yesterday. That was a rough one, but thankfully Cincinnati came through for us. And you see right there, but we've got a big one lined up for everybody today. So let's not waste any time. Now, Mike, I'm coming to you first, buddy. In terms of storylines that affect the betting lines today, multiple phone accounts, man. Hit me with it. What do you got?
Yeah, and it's not just to get the best line, but that is the main reason. So you're always getting the best line, whatever's available out there. But it's more for the free money that's being offered. And one account goes down, drips a little bit. You stay away from it a few days. And then all of a sudden they come knocking. They're like, we got a 50% or 100% match. That's what you have to do now. And you have to keep doing it until the money runs out. And it will run out because this is floating money that all the sports books and these Euros have been doing. They've been selling, grand schemes to all these American companies and hotels, casinos and everything. They got to win someday. They promised a lot of people. They got all these investors. It's like an 8-10 year plan. I think they're going to scale it down. You're not going to see so much free stuff after a while because investors want to get paid and they want some return on investment, and they don't like the 10-year plan. They want something now. And so the books model right now, they don't care about winning. It's customer retention. So they're trying to grab you. So take everything they're giving to you now, go to multiple places and get your fair share of that money. Oh, and the same game parlay, in Vegas, I never allowed people to book props with the game because of correlations. And the correlations are crazy. You see Mike banging these out on Mondays, Thursdays, Sunday night parlays with the player. Of course, if the Raiders win and the game goes over, he's probably going to go over 300 yards and Jacobs is probably going to score a touchdown. Boom, 14. It's all correlated. So they're allowing this, and fine, take advantage of it. So take their money and then take their same game parlays and make them pay for it. And they'll refigure this out and sell it to somebody else in a few years. But right now, I think the bettors got the edge right now.
Yep, smart call. And take advantage. You're exactly right. All right, let's get into our picks for today. You know what? Everybody knows the drill, Suns. But you know what? We're not going to say it like Coach, but we are going to let M Squared in his rightful spot. Go ahead, my man. What do you got for today?
All right. Everybody knows where I'm going for, I think, at this point. I'm going under 14 in the first quarter of Ohio State and Michigan. I know it's a big number. I know it's two teams that can put up points, especially the Ohio State side. However, I like this rivalry game here. I think Michigan has a pretty clear attack. I don't think they're going to blitz much. I think they're going to fall back in coverage, play a little bend, don't break. I think they're going to do all they can to not give up the big play, keep the clock moving as much as they can. Look for them to have some success moving the football, though, against Ohio State. That should eat some clock as well. I think drives end in field goals for them, however, in this game. But I like the under 14 here in the first quarter.
There we go. I love that game is early, too. Right out of the gate, we get to watch what might be the best game of the day. Micah, you got a couple plays from a couple different sports, my man.
Yeah, we're going to start out with the NFL and take your Tennessee Titans +7. Now, I do weekly story on the NFL money moves in Las Vegas. And last week, the number one most bet team, most tickets written was the Tennessee Titans. Easy win over the Texans, right? Didn't happen. So this week, they've come in strong now. They're number one play. And I don't know what the exact percentages of the number one plays are, but they lose more than they win. And it's I don't know, it's quite comical. But they're all over the Patriots this week. Sharp money moved the Patriots from 5.5 to 7, but the public doesn't care what the number is. They're all over the Patriots. They've won and covered 5 straight games. They forgot about the fact that the Tennessee Titans were the team that won and covered 5 straight games, won 6 straight, and then finally lost last week. They don't have time for that. They want to win right away. And if you don't, you're in the doghouse. So I think this is a good spot for the Titans. They've been winning on the road all season, 4-1 as an underdog, or no, 4-1 on the road. And they've won 4 straight games straight up on the road as an underdog. So that's what I like there. I'm going to go ahead and take the value with the points there. I think last week was just one of those crazy things. NBA, I'm going to go with the Suns back-to-back nights, but they were in cruise control at MSG. They didn't travel. They're in their same pillow in the hotel, so not as bad as a regular travel night to me, but also the desire to win 16 straight. And I think that counts for a lot there. The Nets are very rested. They haven't played since before Thanksgiving. But I think the drive to win and go for something great, we saw this last year with the Jazz. I think the Suns are going to turn it up a notch and take care of the Nets tonight, who are without Joe Harris again. And then 2-team money line parlay with the Knicks, who lost last night to the Suns. The Hawks have been amazing. They have won 7 games in a row. They played last night as well, but not everybody played a lot of minutes. Big blowout at Memphis. And then the Sixers, we get Joel Embiid back. That's going to be big. I saw a lot of the Sixers the last week or so. They got 2 wins after having 5 or 6 losses in a row without Embiid, but they battled hard. Maxey came up big. Tobias Harris came up big. I think Embiid comes in and just gives them what they were missing over that time. They get back to winning and take care of business. Money line on those two, minus 190. The numbers are rising in both of them, 4.5. I've seen 5 come up on the Hawks as well. So that's what I got. Good luck today.
I love it. A full slate for my man Micah. All right, the machine, buddy, you know what to do. You've been hot, man. Bring us home. What do you got?
Well, Mike doesn't think I'm going to do well because my hat's on backwards, but I got to give a quick shout out to that great shirt from Micah and all that data. I love it. It's going to be a fun day, but let's get right to it. I actually have 4 plays myself. So we're going to start off with Northeastern. I got them at plus 2.5 last night. You're going to be able to get this at plus 2. Playing Harvard, I think the wrong team might be favored. The model has this one as a pick 'em. This is a big game, right? These are both teams that are in that Boston area. Northeastern's a Boston school. Harvard's out in Cambridge, just right outside the city. I really think that Northeastern's going to come out, put that target on Harvard's back. They want to beat the Ivy League school. Again, model makes it a pick 'em, so we're getting around 2 points. If you can get 2.5, that's great. You get the hook, but I still like it at plus 2. So let's take that one. Then we're going to go with Indiana, a favorite, minus 11.5. They've been playing pretty well. They're going to play Marshall today. They've done very well against these teams with double-digit spreads ever since they had that opening day mishap against EMU where they, only lost by 3 or 4 points on a plus 24 line. Or no, they only won by 3 or 4 points on a plus 24.5 line. But ever since, they've been covering these big spreads. Model makes it minus 18 or so. So if you have to get minus 12.5, it's not the biggest deal. Oh, sorry. It has 14, not 18. That's a big difference. But you can still take minus 12 or so. But you can get 11.5. So that's what matters. A lot of times these lines move because I make my picks at like 2 a.m. in the morning when lines open. So usually it's like, well, what can we still get? And a pick that you can't really get right now, I had Utah State minus 14.5 last night. You can still find it minus 15.5 at BetMGM, but that's really the highest number I would take. Model has that one at minus 18. That's where I kind of lost myself. But this one's going to be a good game. I really don't think that you're going to see UTexas Arlington compete. Look for this one to get close to 20. Utah State's been playing very well. And then lastly, this is going to be maybe the school that everyone's like, is this a real school? That's what happened yesterday with Incarnate Word, but we won that. Dixie State plus 12.5. So you're going to be able to get this at 12 or 11 now. It's come down a bit, but this is a battle against Weber State, 2 big Utah colleges, universities, whatever you want to call them. This is going to be a bigger game than what people think. Dixie State's going to come out and want to try to do their best against an in-state rival. Weber's been playing okay, but 12.5, 12 is probably too big. The model makes this one around 8.5 points. So I think it stays within 10. So again, we're going with Northeastern, Indiana, Utah State, and Dixie. Should be a fun day.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. Those are nice slate of picks as well. So we don't have a site play today, but I do have a pick that I put out on Twitter last night. I wanted to explain it a little bit. We're taking Ohio State -7 against Michigan. You might see -7.5 again. Understand the difference between 7.5 and 7, but I still do feel comfortable with that number at the end. And you look at what Michigan does. Again, this is nothing against them, but we talk about Michigan's excellent run game. Ohio State actually averages more yards per rush than Michigan does. You look at Ohio State, their pass game, they're averaging 140 passing yards per game more than Michigan. The Bucks have won 11 straight as a road favorite. They've covered 9 of them, and they have won 24 straight versus Big Ten opponents. My worry for Michigan is that if Ohio State gets up, I'm not sure Michigan has the offense to come back in that game. So we're going to take Ohio State on the spread. All right, let's take a look at our recap for today. Grab your paper, grab your pencil, as Coach always says. And yeah, it does look glorious. M squared is on Ohio State, Michigan, first quarter under 14. Michael Roberts on the Titans Sunday +7, the Suns +3, an NBA money parlay or money line parlay with the Hawks and the 76ers pays out +132. Jay Smooth, the machine, is on Northeastern, Indiana, Utah State, Dixie State. And do you guys like the emojis I put on there? Just make sure that we know it's basketball and what's football.
Love it.
I'm going with Ohio State -7. The AB3 today is +156. Look, it's a humble AB3 today, but we're going to go Ohio State money line, Oregon money line, and SMU money line. Plus, you guys know this. I'd never leave you hanging. We got one more screen for you for Micah and the boys on our Wednesday college football live preview show. And let's get some more picks up here so you can see them. I won't read through them, but I will put it up so that you can see. Grab those. The guys are 56.7% against the spread this season, having a hell of a year. So Micah, Chip, Tom, great job. You guys have done a great job with that. All right. So that's about it, boys. Quick one. We got some great football on today, great basketball. So we're going to let you guys get to it. But you know what? As always, thank you guys so much. Seriously, for Jay Smooth, for Micah, for M squared, for Coach, for everybody, the early edge. We really do appreciate you. Thank you. You know what? Good luck. Let's hit some picks.
Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things early edge.